All right, Shane, we were just getting out here at Daytona, following up with you. Hey, man, you had a really good weekend last weekend. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, not too bad. Finally getting over being sick. I've literally been sick since Glendale. So last weekend, finally had some energy. Finally, felt good. We've been making some good changes. And, yeah, really one step at a time. This didn't have really any time coming in. So we've been doing our testing at the races, and that's where really all the work's been happening. So that's not really the way that we like to do it, but that's the way we've had to do it. And so, we've been getting better. Starts have been getting better, been getting more competitive, more aggressive, and just trying to, fight for myself out there and establish myself better. That's really what I haven't done that well since I've been in the 450 class, and I still believe that I can, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I remember last time I talked to you a few weeks ago, and you kind of told me the same thing, that you're doing a lot of your testing at the track.
Yeah.
It's a new team.
Yeah.
What about that time off the track, though? How has that looked?
The last couple of weeks we haven't really done much because I've been sick. There were a couple of weeks where I didn't get to ride at all. So just trying to, as far as putting the time in, I haven't been during the week. So this week I actually got 1 day of riding in, which was good. We got some rain this week here in Florida. So it's been a slow progress, but that's what's hard about just our schedule is we can't really stop and rest to get over stuff, and it's we gotta fly off to the next race and keep going. And so trying to manage things once you get sick, that's really been difficult. So and everybody's kind of dealt with the same stuff, so it's just kind of made its rounds, and it was my turn. So we are making good changes. We're trying to put the time in, and for us, we don't have the same resources as some of the factory teams. So really, it takes us longer to get the data, longer to make the changes, to apply the data, to try different things. And so that's really, I think, the biggest disadvantage we have, but we're making good changes, and that's where it's we are a little bit behind as far as the changes that we're making, but we're going in the right direction. And last weekend was a good step for us, being competitive in almost all three rounds, or all three races. So it's this weekend we're looking to do the same and continue building.
And then for this weekend, it's going to throw another kind of wrench at you because it's a speedway style. Yeah. So it is different. I'm assuming that means more testing for you guys, basically. Even today, you're going to learn, obviously, a little bit. So that's good. So what are you going to look for on last question on this track to help you get another one of those starts?
I think this start normally here is not that long. So for me, I've been working on riding the 450 better. So I'm looking to qualify better, which is going to give me a better gate pick for the heat race. That's where it's position on the gate is a really big deal when the start is this short. So that's where I don't really anticipate making too many changes for this track. Being a speedway style, I think my bike, where I'm at, is not necessarily where I want to be on a regular Supercross track, but I think it should work okay here. We're going to continue learning and just take what comes at us.
Cool, man. We'll have fun this weekend.
Sweet, thanks.
Carson made it. Daytona, still here, still going strong.
Yeah.
Dude, seeing the leader lights on your bike sometimes. How you feeling out there?
Good. I came into the season a little bit underprepared, I'd say. I think most people know my story. I came off a pretty bad injury in the SMX races, so even leading up to the series this year, 2 weeks before, I was riding pretty terrible, and I've been just making steady improvements, and that's been one of my biggest goals, is just to steady build, not to bite off more than I can chew, and I've been doing a good job at that so far. I've obviously been taking advantage of any opportunity that comes my way. If there's ever a chance where I can put the bike up front, I'm there. I've done that in multiple heat races. I even got the whole shot in Detroit in the main. So I'm definitely doing a good job at that, I think. Since Detroit, I had a weekend off. my fitness has improved a lot. So my goal to start the season was to do exactly what I've been doing. You know, I started off with a 10th in Tampa, an 8th in Detroit. Would love to better that here. And I, you know, call me crazy, but I don't really feel like a 5th and then a 3rd or something like that towards the end of the season isn't crazy. I might need some things to go my way. I might need a little bit of a crazy race or something. But I've been doing a really good job as a rider. It's hard not to, when you get a good start, just go wide open until you crash, or you know, when you're feeling good, take too much and end up on the ground again. So I'm going to try and keep that same game plan. If the race comes to me, it's there. I'm going to keep trying to put myself in good positions. Daytona's a really, really gnarly track, and you definitely need a lot of fitness. So I'm glad that I have been able to start to play a little bit of catch up the last couple weeks on my fitness. So yeah, looking forward to a good night. Quad Lock Honda's been great. Team looks really good, and it's been really good. So my starts have been awesome. I hope to keep that up. It's going to really matter here with the short start. It's our 3rd right-handed start in a row on the East Coast, which is, like most people know, a right-handed start's like never happened. So they've worked out good the last 2 times. Hopefully I can keep it 3 in a row on good starts on the right-hander. But yeah, I'm having fun, and I'm kind of using this as like a building season, and I've been doing a good job with that. But like I said, hopefully I'm around, you know, 5th to 7th this round, and you know, keep building.
Yeah, I think you've been really showing the building, and you're putting the results out there, and people can see it. And
I can go fast. Like I don't think anyone can deny that I can go really fast. I don't ever, when I rewatch the race, I'm obviously biased, but when I watch myself up front with the leaders, it's not like I look like I'm out of place. Like I look like I'm riding with them and stuff. They just might have a little bit of an edge on me.
What about in the moment when you're up front like that, or you're in the front, like in your head? Is there anything that you're just like, oh, is it like?
So Tampa, obviously with the restart, I put myself in a good position. You know, you can't deny that. To even be in second when they restarted it, it's hard to even be there. So good on me to put myself in that position and take advantage of it. I put aggressive pass for the lead. And again, that was good on me to fight like that. And, you know, it seems like a lot of guys will kind of just get in line and ride in line. And I'm not really one of those riders. Like if I see an opening, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to really ride in line. And, you know, I think that some riders feel like there's a pecking order. I don't really feel like that. I feel like, you know, there's a race to be had, and if there's a position, I'm going to take it no matter what your name or number is on the back of your jersey. So, yeah, I made good work of that heat race there, and I got to lead. And to answer your question, when I was up front, I over-jumped pretty much every single jump for about 2 laps. You know, it was like I got a turbo boost of speed and energy, you know, and adrenaline, I guess. And I've been working on, it's hard to replicate, right? To lead a race in front of all these people and in front of the best riders in the whole world. It's really hard to replicate. So it's good that I'm doing that, and I was able to back it up again with the whole shot in the main event at Detroit. It's hard to stay calm, but I'm getting better at it. I think the more that I can keep putting myself in good positions like that, it's good. You know, it doesn't always take the fastest rider or the best starter or, you know, the best or at this or that. It kind of, for me, I believe that, you know, if you could see yourself up front and you believe that you can get there, you can get there, you know, whether that's for a few laps, and if that's all you got, that's all you got. For me, it seems like every time I'm up front, I've been, you know, up for 2 laps and then, you know, 3 laps, and then I can stay with those guys that I'm riding behind and watching and learning from them. So I look forward to trying to keep doing that. Like I said, I think it's hard to deny that I have really good speed and talent and stuff. You know, I've always had that. I've just kind of had a laundry list of problems. So that's one of my biggest goals this year, is just keep building, minimize the problems, minimize the mistakes as that you can make as a rider. So yeah, hoping for just another solid Daytona. If I can better my finish in Tampa and then better my finish in Detroit and, you know, walk out of here with anywhere from 5 to 7, I'll be stoked. You know, if I'm worse than that, I've been trying to have a positive outlook on even my bad nights. Like, okay, say I do get 9th and, you know, I feel like I left a little bit on the table. Just take it with a grain of salt and just say that's all that the night offered me. You know, don't try and hit the panic button and go, well, I'm in 9th and I think I need to be in 7th, and crash myself out to get a 7th. You know, take what I can get that night, and I think that have maybe a little less pressure on me than a guy with a red plate or someone up there that if they're in fifth, they do have to really send it to get up to the front, and that can sometimes be disastrous. So I know if I can just keep taking what I get and have a positive attitude with it. The season's still young. This is race 3 for the East Coast. So by race 7, 8, by the end of the season, you know, I'll start being more up front, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, like I said, we're seeing it, and it's good to know that you know where you're at, you know your potential, and you know that, hey, all I got to do right now is keep getting up front and get used to that feeling so I can spread out my control throughout the rest of the race.
For sure. It's not a foreign feeling. I obviously had a decent amateur career where I found myself up front a lot, and then when I first went pro with Geico Honda, if you rewatch like the first few races of that outdoor season, man, like you'd see my name up front a lot. So it's not like a completely foreign language to me to be up front. It's just it has been a while, and like I said, I've had a laundry list of just weird stuff happen and stuff that I've had to overcome. So it is a little bit different. Like I said, it's hard to replicate. And last year in Supercross, last year total, I only rode 7 races. So it's like, you know, when I look at my number 60 on the back of my jersey, I feel like my number should be lower, but I go, okay, if I only did 7 races, that's pretty good that my number is even 60, right? And, you know, if you rewatch some of the races last year, I was up front in a lot of the heat races and stuff like that. I think I started making big improvements. I got 2 top 5s last year in Supercross, and I got so hungry for like, I'm almost to a podium, that I got to the point where I was like, I'll send it crash because I'm so hungry for it. Where I should have been like, okay, take a 7th tonight because maybe next weekend is my podium night if I didn't crash myself out to try and go for the podium too early. So, I mean, it's all learning, and I mean, this is just my take on it. Everyone has their own opinions, and every rider has to approach their racing career different. I've tried a bunch of different things, and I feel like where I'm at right now is the smartest way I've approached the season. So I'm going to keep at it. You know, obviously there's always going to be critics and stuff that I'm never going to not hear about when I go from a whole shot and I end up getting 8th. They're like, dude, you suck. You faded to 8th and this and that. And I'm like, you know, this is nice that we're doing this interview now. I kind of explain my approach. Like, I'm just taking what I can get without trying to kill myself. You know, as a young kid, I had so much talent and speed that I thought, I'm just going to pin it. And then next thing you know, I only get to race 5 races that year because I was out with an injury, where I could have maybe been where I'm at now. And I didn't have to be the first one to jump the biggest jump on the track. I didn't have to be the fastest guy. And, you know, it is, at the end of the day, important to me to be healthy and try and make all these races. I don't want to necessarily be the guy that I've been in the past where I've been hurt and, you know, not raced all the races. So that's something that's a bucket list thing for me too, you know. So even if I don't end up getting that podium very soon, I know that I'm capable of it one day, and I just got to make sure that I can get there.
Well, I think it's coming. I'm excited to see it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all those, you know, fans that I do have. I've definitely been a hard rider to defend at times, you know, because you see, you know, everyone has a good social media. You can post whatever you want. So you watch any rider's social media, you go, dang, that guy should be winning. And then you go and you race, and, you know, last 2 weekends it was a 10th and an 8th, and for me it's like, okay, that's where I need to be. I need to keep checking those boxes. But as a fan, you go, man, these guys rip on YouTube, these guys rip on Instagram and TikTok. Why is this guy sucks, you know? But it's tough. I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard it a lot this season, and it's a stacked season. I think they said, someone said that we have like 10 winners on our coast, and I'm not one of them, so that's pretty gnarly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping the ball rolling here in Daytona. I haven't raced here since 2021, my rookie year, and I did terrible. So I'm looking to redeem myself there. And yeah, have a good night, and whatever happens, I need to have a positive outlook and build.
All right, man. Well, I'm looking forward to watching tomorrow. Have fun.
Thank you.
Aaron, what's up, dog? How's it going?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're here in Daytona, favorite round, and we're ready to go fast, man.
You been soaking it up at the beach, hanging out, or?
Yeah, trying to catch a tan, man. This winter cold stuff, it doesn't let me jump in my Speedo too often, so gotta do it every chance I get.
Can you tell me a little bit about the season for you? I don't think I've really caught up with you in a few weeks. I'm sure it's not exactly where you're wanting to be. I've seen you were up there, and just tell me about it.
Yeah, it's been kind of an unfortunate start to the season as we close in on halfway, and then it was rough at first, but we're turning it around. We got some really good starts in the past couple weeks, and I need to just keep putting myself in good positions, and I think one of them will stick. I end up riding with these guys a lot, but just got to finish up there, man. It's definitely hard to do this year. There's immense competition, even with a couple guys out, and I just need to continue what I'm doing, working up, and I think we'll get a podium sometime soon.
Yeah, and you're not uncomfortable up front. You like being up there. You're used to being up there. The riders around you, I don't think, are what's affecting you. You kind of feel like this is an internal battle, maybe, right? Yeah,
for sure. I'm more comfortable being up front than I am being in the back, but just unfortunate things have happened, and just mistakes on myself have just kind of kept me in the back. It sucks, but no, this weekend I'm gonna turn it around. This track looks awesome, and I've always had a good time at Daytona, so I'm gonna do my best to get back up on the podium, run in the front, and get a win or get a podium here. That would be awesome to start the second half of the season off like that, and just carry that momentum along through the second half of the season.
In the speedway like this, is it hard to go from like the tight tracks to just jumping into this one race that's kind of different? You might have to set your bike up different, or is this something that you kind of really look forward to because of the speed?
Yeah, I look forward to it, man. I really look forward to this. It's one of the rounds that I'm really excited for. Every time I come into the speedway, it's a different feel, different vibe, and it's just a good one. A really, really good one. It's my favorite round of the Supercross season, and just coming here and it being more outdoors-ish, it makes me happy. I had so much fun riding this week, just changing it up, getting some speed back in there, and it's no surprise I like outdoors more than I like Supercross, so this one always makes me happy to come to.
Cool. I'm looking forward to watching you out there tomorrow.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one.
So kind of a surprise seeing you out here, and you're on a 250 in the 450 class.
Yeah.
Where's the decision behind that? Is this just because for fun, or is it, hey, I just don't want to take a weekend off, I want to keep riding?
Well, there's a few things. I'm a racer, so racers race and practicers tend to just practice. I get paid to race, I don't get paid to practice, so this is my happy place. I enjoy being at the races, and if I was going to come here as a fan, why not just register to race? I love Daytona, I love this team, and I love this bike, so keep it fun. So what it's all about, right? That's why we started riding dirt bikes, and throw some whips and just have a good weekend. That's just about it.
Do you think I would have seen you here today if you had the great weekend, if you didn't have as good of a weekend last weekend? That's still the plan.
Yeah, we had these. I've been registered for about a week and a half now. The backgrounds were already ordered about a month and a half ago, so I was going to be here regardless.
And Daytona obviously is a special one, the speedway, and you racing the West Coast, it's either like A1 or this is like the hype track. So you're kind of doing both when no one else is. Are we going to see more of that, or is it really just Daytona right now?
Really, it's just Daytona right now. I mean,
it's the one to be at.
Yeah, it is the one to be at. Yeah. Everyone's stoked to be in nice weather, so everyone's in a good mood, and let's just go race some dirt bikes.
Cool, man. I'm excited to see you out there. It's going to be a fun one to watch, and I hope you have fun out there. And we'll see you safe for next weekend too, and just keep that momentum going. And it's really cool to see, man.
Yeah, so just want to keep learning. I mean, the best way to practice is to race. Yep. So, so I keep learning and enjoying it.
All right, have fun out there tomorrow.
All right, thank you.